Hey, welcome back. You're listening to Brian and Dan, the Eastside Real Estate Team, Keller Williams, Bellevue. I'd like to welcome Sean Tournquist. With the booming economy, companies across the greater Seattle area are growing and hiring more employees. With that comes leasing larger office space. Our next guest is Sean Tournquist of Seattle Modern Office. Seattle Modern Office is a boutique vendor for office furniture sales and service. Sean, a Redmond, Washington native and Western Washington grade, co-founded Seattle Modern Office and joins us today to discuss the modern office of today. Welcome to the show, Sean. Hey, before we get started, what are your hobbies outside of work? What do you like to do? What spins your propellers?
You know, I'd say I'm pretty average Pacific Northwest born and bred guy. I love to snowboard, love to hike, love to boat in the summertime for those couple months that we have that are actually pretty good weather. And so I've spent a lot of my time outdoors.
Nice.
Awesome. So this is a show about real estate, Sean. So we always ask this question, is thinking back to your childhood, what was something that you remember from the house you grew up in?
Well, I lived in the same house my entire childhood, and it was awesome because I had a lot of land. And I had all this yard to play in, played, football, basketball with my friends. We played street hockey. It was a great neighborhood with a lot of friends. And I remember most particularly building dirt jumps in all the ditches that ran in between all the houses. So we'd get our little BMX bikes out and jump about a foot off the ground. And that
felt pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, totally.
I did that and always went flying over the ditch and over the handlebars and onto the grass.
There was a few of those.
So, realtor question, how much land?
You know what? I don't know. I think they have 2 acres.
Nice. That's great.
Probably about 2.
Cool. So, hey, please describe what your company does.
Yeah, my company, you can think of Seattle Modern Office as a one-stop shop for commercial furniture and services. We offer space planning and specification of furniture, new and reclaimed furniture sales, of course, installation of the furniture, and then also moving services. Another thing that we do is office cleanouts and decommission if there's furniture that just needs to get out of a building.
So what do you do with furniture that say they don't need anymore? Where does that go?
That's where reclaiming it comes into play. Because a lot of this furniture is made from the same sort of material. It's MDF substrate with a laminate top. There's no reason why a client on a budget can't reuse one of those tops if they can't afford necessarily all new furniture.
Okay, so I'm hearing a move, right? These processes could be various in times. So how long does a typical process take?
Well, it varies by client. So you can't really buy furniture at a storefront or even online because most commercial furniture is not stocked. It's actually custom manufactured per the specification of both the client and the space.
Mm-hmm.
So you begin by discussing your goals for form and function in the workstations and the office environment, and then we'll start issuing floor plans, color renderings of the furniture products until everything's perfect. And that process varies for every client. Sometimes this planning phase is hitting the mark on the first go-around. But more often, clients will actually go spend a couple months with us identifying the exact layout and details of all the furniture in their office. After an order is placed, then there's lead times on the manufacturing and shipping processes, and that's another 6 to 8 weeks. So, typically I would say 4 or 5 months of planning.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do I need an interior designer if I work with you?
That's actually a great question. The short answer is no, not really. Interior designers make great suggestions for aesthetic design and flooring and wall paint and lighting fixtures. And if you hire one, they're certainly going to help out with selecting the color and finishes of all the furniture that we specify as well. But their service package is just separate from our process. So ultimately, if you feel confident picking the colors of your furniture, then it's okay, and we'll help you find the right fit and finish.
So what I'm hearing you say is you can either use a designer or you have your own designers that can help you with this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So this question is not in the packet, but can you order Nerf guns and stuff like that? Does that come with this?
There are certain, it's funny because you see those pop up in offices.
I'm just saying, right? Gotta make it fun.
Fully equipped.
No, honestly, and ping pong tables and foosball tables.
Oh, okay.
Actually, in terms of ping pong and foosball tables, we actually do sell those.
That's great.
Good, yeah. What brands of furniture are we talking about here? And I don't know anything about furniture.
Or is this all
so.
custom built?
It is custom built, but there are certain manufacturers that do that. So we are certified retailers for over 80 national and international brands. of furniture, and almost every style and price range of furniture you can think of is going to be represented by one of the lines that we sell. We love working with the local manufacturers, Watson, Gavco, Coriander, Element, because their craftsmanship is high quality, and we like to keep the money in the local economy. But then again, like I said, we also love selling reclaimed furniture for clients that might also be on that tighter budget. So there's a lot of different things that we do.
So what areas do you serve?
Anywhere in the Puget Sound. And that's just because it's a personal relationship with all my clients. So we like to do everything, all the business face to face. But if you are a office locally here that's opening up an out of town or out of state office, we can ship furniture anywhere. And we have guys that can fly anywhere to do installs. So we've actually built out offices in Alaska, New York, all around the country.
That's great. So I heard you mention a couple of local manufacturers. Who are they again?
Yeah, I said Gavco, I said Coriander and Watson. These are actually, I would call them, pretty nationally recognized brands, especially Watson and Coriander at this point in time. They have showrooms in the Mart down in Chicago every year when you go to the big furniture convention. They're there, they're represented. But actually, Watson is manufactured out of Poulsbo, and Coriander is a manufacturer right out of Woodinville. Gavco's down in Kent, and they do all the same things that the biggest manufacturers in the country can do. So, keeping it local is a great idea, I think.
Awesome. So, what's the typical client profile?
Yeah, well, we're referred to. I would call us a mid-market dealer. So this means that we most often serve companies that are local to the area with 10 to 100 employees occupying one or two floors or maybe up to 30,000 square feet of office space. The enterprise level work for clients like Amazon and Microsoft, not going to be our target client.
Okay. So the companies that kind of surround them.
Yeah, all the littler guys.
You got an example?
Oh, sure, absolutely. I mean, for example, we just did Assurance over in Bellevue. They're a new startup as of maybe a year or two ago for insurance. KGI Properties, brand new office over in Bellevue as well. They're an investment property service. All over. Really, actually, most of our work comes out of the Bellevue, Redmond, Woodinville, Bothell areas as opposed to downtown.
Is there like a company too small?
Not really. If you want one chair, then you could buy it online or at a store. But yeah, if you've got 5 employees and you need to outfit the office with 5 sets of desks and chairs and everything else, I'm gonna take care of you.
Cool.
That's great. So, Sean, what are some hurdles that companies face when outfitting a new office?
I would say time and schedule management. Companies are almost always waiting for the last minute to make decisions, and that's going to squeeze the construction schedule. And then subsequently, it's going to squeeze the furniture install schedule. So I would just say my advice is to avoid that by beginning the planning process early on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So 4 months in early.
4 months is not that
Not early.
early.
That sounds so crazy.
That's great. Good
I
to
know.
Really good to know.
All right. So the advantages to working with Seattle Modern Office are?
I would say service. I treat business like it's a transaction, or less like it's a transaction and more like it's a personal relationship, which I mentioned. Our process is long. We generally work together for months before there's any monetary exchange. And so I want to earn your business through upfront work and service. We offer entirely free of charge space planning, design, consultation, project management, and these are billable services at other furniture dealerships and design firms. But if you work with us, you're going to have your hand held throughout the entire process, and you're never going to see a line item for what I would call proper planning for your project.
So, Sean, how do our listeners reach you?
You can find me online, www.seattlemo.com. You can also call me, 425-761-9473. That's my cell. I'll pick it up. I'll help you out.
That's great.
What's that number again?
425-761-9473.
Awesome.
Sean, thanks so much for joining us. Stay tuned for our next segment on home automation featuring Michael Santiago of Nerds to Go. We'll be right back.